Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. And I know it's been a minute, but I'm back. And I don't know, I was just so busy and it just got so hectic to kind of edit videos, like balance work, balance school at the time. I was just so overwhelmed. So that's why I haven't done a lot of videos, and also I haven't really been doing a lot of my makeup. I just kind of gone simple, just brows, lashes, and obviously my face done, but I haven't really done any eye looks. So I was just I'm not really feeling filming a lot of videos and stuff. But recently, I don't know, just I've been really into some of these, just getting inspired off Instagram and just seeing all these new palettes. And I'm just like, whoa, no, I need to get back in it. But yes, guys, this my wig is late, child, late to the quads. Ooh, these contacts, I have contacts in right now, of course, because these are my motherfucking eyes. But guys, I am obsessed with this look, and I got a glossy lip. Ooh, child, I don't even do a glossy lip. You know I love a matte nude, but I'm doing a gloss nude. But anyway, damn, child, you done. Period. That's it. That's it. That's a wrap. Subscribe. You already know. You and ooh.
Starting off with this concealer in the color Warm Sand, I'm packing it on my lid and creating a base for my colors to stick. Then I'm going in with this orange shade. I'm not blending it out just yet, I'm just packing the color on my crease, and then I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out. I'm using circular motions, just making sure that the edges are smooth and not too harsh, making sure it looks almost airbrushed on. And I am going in with this bright yellow color just to fade out the edges a little more and create that gradient effect of color. So you see that orange and that yellow at the top, just blending it out against my brow, making sure all the colors are smooth and don't look too harsh. Then I'm going in with this red, depthening the color. Depthening, is that even a word? Deepening the color and creating depth on my eyelid, just giving that more sort of cut crease look. And the red is so vibrant against that orange, just made the color pop even more. So I'm going in, pushing it up a little further on my crease, blending it out into the orange and singing. And then I'm just blending that all out. Then I'm gonna add that deeper red burgundy color, and I'm just again making the color a little more rich, deepening the color, creating that cut crease sort of effect, just so it's a gradient of color, almost like a sunset. You see all the vibrant sort of layers of color just blended all out into together from dark to light. And I'm just going in, blending that all together, making sure they're all seamless and not too harsh. AK Marv produced. Then I'm going back in with my concealer and creating this cut crease, and I like to put it a little bit higher than my actual crease or the socket of my eye, because my eyelids are a little bit smaller, so sometimes when I close it you can't see a lot of the shade or a lot of the cut creases, so I tend to drag it just a little bit further up. And I am just again creating that dome. I'm also dragging it out a little bit to create a sort of wing, because I kind of wanted the color to just, at first I was going with something else and then I ended up doing it and I just didn't want to go back, but I wanted to create sort of a wing with the concealer, so the color packed onto it and created a dark, you'll see it, but that's what I was kind of going for. And so I'm just packing in that concealer, making sure it's blended out so I could go ahead and add the color and it sticks onto it nice and bright and vibrant. And first I'm going in again with that yellow in the inner corner and just creating the gradient effect again, but just now in the other direction. So instead of horizontally, we're going vertically with the colors and still creating that same effect, same concept, going in with the same colors. And again, just creating the depth of color, making sure there's no harsh lines. So I'm going back and forth with each color in between and then adding it in the middle, almost like basically an ombre. So you want to like make sure there's no harsh edges and you just want to blend in between those lines of where you added the color within each other. And so yeah, you can see me going back in with that yellow just to make sure it's all like sort of blended into that orange. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
AK Marv produced it. AK Marv produced it. AK Marv produced it.
Now I'm adding my Vivid Brights by NYX liquid liner against that sort of cut crease area, just to kind of hide any of the imperfections and also just create this super dramatic like definition. Then I'm going back in with that plum color, just creating more depth and surrounding it, basically shading like just like you do on an art piece or when you're drawing. You want to create shades and depth, so that's what I'm pretty much doing. And then I'm just going in with any like liquid liner or gel liner that you have, just doing a slight wing. I wanted to do a dramatic wing, but then I kind of chickened out, and I don't know, sometimes like I like a dramatic wing, sometimes I really don't. I rarely do a liner, so I just kind of just did a small little wing just to tie it in because I felt like it didn't look right without the eyeliner.
AK Marv produced.
Then I'm going in with my Born This Way foundation in the color Brulee and just placing it all over my face. I already put like a primer and hydrated my face and everything like that, so I do that pretty much like before I even do my eyes. But I'm just blending that all out with my sponge, my makeup sponge.
AK Marv produced it. AK Marv produced it. AK Marv produced it.
So I go ahead and use two different powders. I use a chalk dust powder by Crayon Case, and it's the color that they describe most as a banana or yellow powder, and I use that on where I want just more brightness, because it is so like, it's not very yellow, but it's very pigmented, and it's not as translucent as the Fenty. So I use the Fenty alongside like the sides of my nose and just on the outer edge of where I put that Crayon Case one, and also in like my like lip and chin area, just because I just want it set in and a little bit bright, but I don't want it too like yellow and bright in those places. So that's why I like the chalk dust as a brightening powder mostly, and then the Fenty one as a setting powder. Sometimes putting the Fenty and baking it in as well as the chalk dust, it gets a little too like bright for me, and I don't like it, or like texturized on my face. And then I'm going in with this micro smoothing, I think it's the micro smoothing powder by Sephora, and I'm using it all over my face just to set in my foundation and kind of blend out any harsh lines from the setting powders that I use. So you can see, you don't see that harsh line too much on my like bottom chin area as you saw it before. Then going in with Caramel Cutie by Fenty, the bronzer. I use it as a contour. I contour like basically like everywhere that I would contour my like cheeks, my nose, my forehead, everywhere. I use that with the Fenty bronzer. And I go in with a NYX foundation here as well, like a powdered foundation, but I don't have I forgot like what color it is, and I was kind of editing this like downstairs. I was not trying to go back upstairs, but yeah. Anyway, I use that just to warm up my face a little more, because it is a little warmer than the Caramel Cutie. And then I'm just going in with a powder brush to kind of blend all that out and just make the bronzer and contour a little more seamless together. And yeah, snatching up my nose, getting that thing to be defined.
AK Marv produced it.
Using Tiger Lily blush by Sephora, the Sephora collection, and I'm putting it on the apples of my cheeks. And I don't really put it really directly on my cheek. I kind of put it where I contour a little bit. I don't like it just like on my cheeks. I like to drag it up towards my contour. I just feel like it gives me a little more warmth. And then I'm adding this highlighter from the Crayon Case. The Honor Roll highlighter is my favorite golden like shimmery highlighter besides Fenty. I think it's Hustle Baby, which I use a lot. I'm not even that sure. It's like that champagne gold color. Besides that, this has been my favorite highlighter that I've been using of like all 2019, and like it's my favorite. So yeah, just using that to highlight. Now for the under eye, I am going back in with all those colors, creating a gradient effect. Just how we did horizontally on the eyelid, I'm doing it on the lower lash line. And I'm going in with the orange first, same thing. Then I'll go in with the red actually, just to kind of like deepen it. But I put the orange a little further down, just so it could be a little large. I just wanted the color to drag down a little further so you could see the gradient effect, and it wasn't just like a thin line of color. I really wanted the under eye to pop, like the lash line to pop. So I'm adding all those colors and making sure you also see that gradient on the lower lash line. Obviously I'm not dragging it like so far down, but just like far enough where you can kind of see the colors and the gradient effect on both parts of your eye. That's pretty much it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this look as much as I did. This is very vibrant and I feel like it's very out there for me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Subscribe and like.